I might as well just run back with what I did in the post Benfica game, where I said this team's going to make me, it's going to be the death of me. Because this team just constantly wants to give me a heart attack every single week. Guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well. This is my post-match review of the Arsenal versus West Ham game.
What's going on, guys? So, as you can see, this is a voiceover because, as usual, my camera and my microphone decided they want to play tricks on me with the buzzing sound. I'm not going to lie, this buzzing was just a bit too much for this section. So what I'm talking about here is the rundown of the video as usual, which is the lineup, good bad performances, what it means going forward, and then a bit of a closing. So as I say in the video, in 3, 2, 1, let's get into it.
Arsenal travelled to West Ham off the back of the disappointing midweek result against Olympiacos at home. I'm not going to lie, we lost the game, but we won overall and we're through to the next round. And guys, listen, I'm so annoyed that I couldn't do the post-match review of that game because it also involved me having to laugh at Spurs, which I could have just done a video just of me going throughout the whole thing. But I was very unwell and I just couldn't do it. I'm not going to lie, I couldn't muster up doing it at all. So listen, we can laugh at them now, no problem. But we're not going to, because we're going to get straight into the Arsenal game. The lineup's on the screen now. We started with Leno, Chambers, Luiz, Mari and Tierney, the same back five that played against Burnley away from home. Xhaka and Partey in midfield, and then a front three behind them. The striker was Saka, Odegaard and Aubameyang, and then Lacazette up top, which on paper was fine. I was quite happy with the fact that Chambers started as well because he gives us the extra height that West Ham challenged us against with the likes of Souček, Antonio, their centre-backs. Aubameyang, did he warrant a start after his midweek performance? Listen, he got into the right areas in midweek against Olympiacos, but did he warrant an actual start? I don't know. But he started the game and the less said on his performance, the better, I think. And then behind him was Lacazette, so how exactly do we analyse this game? Other than by saying what a poor start it was by the Gunners. Very slow, sloppy, constantly giving the ball away. West Ham were pressing us non-stop, constantly forcing us into mistakes, forcing us to go long. I think Lacazette actually came out after the game and said for the first 30 minutes we did not respect Arteta's game plan. What that game plan was, who knows, but guess what? We did not do that at all. And it was evident anyway, regardless of if we knew the game plan or not, it was evident that we were not doing what we should have been doing. And after 15 minutes, West Ham went ahead. I'll be honest with you, it was a lovely bit of play between Lingard and Antonio. However, my reserves, my problems lie with David Luiz. He got attracted to Antonio, pulled out position. I said it after last week's game about Sanchez, very good player on his day, but just makes stupid, silly, dumb errors. He follows the ball. It's exactly what Luiz did today. And Antonio spanning behind him, played the ball across the sort of back it out of the box where everybody gathered inside the box. Lingard was there. One touch finish, very good finish if I must add. And yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, I was at work, so between that first goal and second goal, I was quite busy. And when I say in between, I'm talking about that 60 seconds between the two goals. I didn't actually see the foul take place, and then I look up and Jared Bowen scores and makes it 2-0. I looked at the replay and a calamity of errors. Firstly, giving the free kick away, which very harsh in the first place, albeit. But after that, look, you got Saka, Tierney, Partey, Luiz, Mari, probably even Odegaard, I think, was there. All just kind of like this, moaning, looking around, complaining that there was a free kick given in the first place. Lingard picks it up, just plays it straight into Jared Bowen, who runs in and scores. Leno, wow. I mean, you get beaten at your near post, fine. I get that, but it's not like he got beaten at his near post Samuel Eto'o versus Manuel Almunia style, where it was rocketed into the bottom corner. This was like a really tame curled shot into the bottom corner, and Leno did not cover himself in glory whatsoever. And then 30th minute, Antonio with a header. The ball was played across again, and I think it was Kufau across the ball, maybe. Or it might have even been Jared Bowen, across the ball. Antonio's header came off of Souček. He was in the position at the same time. He was in the right position. He just sort of guided it to the back of the net. Question marks of offside initially. Antonio thought he was, but he wasn't. And West Ham take a 3-0 lead. And then that's when Arsenal decide, you know what? Wait, I think we're playing football today, because from that moment on, they decided to play football. Whether or not that was because West Ham decided just to sit back a bit and thought they were too comfortable, I don't know. You know, Lingard said it afterwards that they just took their foot off the gas and sat back, and we made the pressure count. Callum Chambers up and down that right-hand side, all game was fantastic, and he gets into a very good position, whips the ball into the box, which Lacazette, oh my God, what a touch firstly to get it under control. Swivel shot, albeit it was going wide. Souček ricochets it again the wrong way into the back of his own net, and it's 3-1 going into the break, and you think from then, it's game on. Because Arsenal, we know what Arsenal are like. After half-time, usually, for that first 15 minutes, if Arteta's got them by the neck, he will go into them, and we produce a performance. And we did. 60th minute, Chambers breaks down the right again. Very, very good move again, Arsenal. Chambers whips another ball in, and this time it's Craig Dawson. You know, poor mistake by him to sort of, rather than let the ball come across, he tries to kick it out of play and he kicks it straight to the back of his own net. I think that's his second own goal in successive games. And then from then it was all Arsenal, you know, for the period of time anyway, because we had plenty of other chances. We had a couple of potential penalty shouts. A couple of times Lacazette was held back, pulled back. But in fairness, West Ham probably should have scored a fourth. They went up through the other end. It was Antonio and Lingard again. Lingard again. He played it out to the right-hand side. Saved Ben Rama, I think it was. Cut inside. Beautiful little run into the box. Play the ball across, and Antonio he gets the foot on the ball, but it's just that little bit too less for him, basically. And it hits the post. And it's a poor, shot by him, or poor effort by him, and an unfortunate effort, who knows. And then we bring on Pepe and Aubameyang comes on. Pepe and Martinelli come on. Aubameyang and Saka come off. Or Xhaka comes off, Pepe came on for... Smith Rowe came off. Oh my God, I can't remember. I don't know what I'm talking about. Aubameyang came off. And Saka came off for Smith Rowe. Oh my God, no. Xhaka came off for Smith Rowe. Wow, sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Too excited. Xhaka came off for Smith Rowe. Martinelli came on for Aubameyang. There we go. And then Pepe came on for someone. Oh, Pepe came on for Saka. What am I talking? It's been a long day. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. Again, though, we break down the right-hand side. Partey springs the ball into Martin Odegaard, who releases the ball forward to Pepe. Pepe with a beautifully whipped ball in the back of the back sticks. Lacazette was there to head it into the back of the net. Beautiful, beautiful header. This is going on now, folks, and I do not like this. Stop it. And the funny thing is, Aubameyang's just come off by this point, and he's sort of walking round the side, walking round the side. Just as Lacazette heads the ball into the back of the net, Aubameyang's walking around the back of the net, gets involved in celebrations. Fantastic stuff. So that was the game in a nutshell. Final full-time, statistics. Arsenal had 16 shots compared to West Ham's 15. All 15 of West Ham's shots came inside our box. We let them in a lot. 9 of our shots were inside the box, 7 of ours were on target compared to just 5 of theirs. We had a 79% passing accuracy compared to their 74%, but we had 63% possession, which was expected. And listen, we could have scored it. We could have made it 4-3 at the end. Pepe had a very good chance towards the end of the game, but listen, after what happened in that first half,
guys, I'm really sorry. This is getting quite embarrassing now. Good bad performances. The Martin Odegaard is the one that we all will start with. He had 93% pass accuracy, 95 touches, 16 penalty area entries, which is the most. 9 crosses, this was including set pieces as well. 6 duels, 5 touches in the opposition box. 4 take-ons, 4 chances created, 3 shots, 2 fouls, 1 shot on target, which, it was fantastic. And then the second player which I had to have touched on, was Callum Chambers, because again, as the standing right back, was just excellent throughout. His figures, not as long as extensive as Odegaard's, but 8 open play crosses, which was the most, 6 clearances, and an 84% pass completion, which was fantastic from him. So very happy.
Performances, to be honest with you, other than Leno's mistake for the goal, for their second goal, he didn't really have a bad game. He made a really good save actually from, I think it was Jesse Lingard took a shot. Very, very good save. But the only real person I've got to think of was Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Like I said at the start, did he warrant his place to start today? Not for me. Does he warrant to start the next game? Absolutely not, because he was really, really poor. They showed a stat just after the second half whistle. It was like how many touches he'd taken, 22 touches or something. No touches inside their box. 4 sprints, and from a point of view of Arsenal pressing, there was a couple of times where they played the ball back to their keeper and he just didn't even bother making an effort up until their player made the touch, which by that point is no point because the keeper has more time on the ball then. But yeah, he didn't have his best game, and to be honest with you, I rate Arteta highly for taking him off, because usually he doesn't take off Aubameyang because he's the club captain, because he's our danger man, he's a goal threat, but he knew full well this wasn't his game. And to bring on Martinelli, who had an impact with his drive forward, his pace, his pressing ability, it made things better for us. I'm gonna wrap this up in a second because we're going really long on this one. What it means going forward is an international break coming up now, so we've got 2 weeks to really prepare. We've not got a lot of players going away on that international break. I don't think Saka's going, Emile Smith-Rowe's going, Cedric is going. I'm trying to think if there are many other players going who are not going to be hampered by these quarantine rules and the COVID rules. But listen, it gives Arteta time to focus on getting in the work of that first opening 30 minutes of games, focusing from the start. Oh, and also hopefully this 2 weeks we can wrap up Martin Odegaard signing on a permanent deal, because it needs to happen without a shadow of doubt. Yeah. And in the closing, listen, shocking 30 minutes from Arsenal was our downfall today, because for the rest of the game we were fantastic. We didn't respect West Ham enough, and I know that sounds silly because in yesteryear we would have turned up and battered them, but that's not what this game is anymore. That's not what we are as Arsenal anymore, and that's not what West Ham are anymore. So I'm going to leave it right here. I did mention at the start, but I put it in at the start. If you're new to the channel, follow me. Subscribe, hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell every time I upload a video, you'll be notified. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch, my podcast, Journey, Screenwall Talks Football, available on all platforms. And until next time, guys, take care.